新世界。
Hello guys, welcome back to my reaction channel. Today we're going to react to One Piece episode 381. Now guys, the last episode, that was a dope backstory with Brook, showed us everything, how it happened, all that. But now he's with a new crew. Apparently he accepted joining us and going on the journey with us. He's definitely embracing his pirate side yet again. I'm telling you that we might get to meet up with his captain one day. I'm telling you that guy is gonna survive somehow. He's gonna be like he survived somehow, even though he's gonna be old as hell right now, but still I think he survived that disease, right? So regardless, he's not going back. Like Brook's not going back to Laboon. He's gonna make him wait another 2 years. What do you mean 2 years? Does he think that Luffy's gonna become the Pirate King in the next 2 years? Like, what is happening? But apparently he's not gonna go over there for another 2 years, which means we're gonna continue the journey, which means, are we getting a new arc? What's gonna happen now? Right, so yeah. Oh, and also I remembered what I wanted to, what I couldn't remember at the ending of the last episode. You guys told me that that guy Bartholomew Kuma, whatever his name is, the Shichibukai, the most loyal Shichibukai, right? He mentioned that doctor, that scientist, that's apparently 500 years ahead of everybody else, regular citizens, right? He's like engineering him into an android and shit like that, right? You guys told me, you reminded me, because I was a bit confused. I was like, yo, I know they mentioned that doctor before. And you guys pointed out, yes, Kobe mentioned it when he was talking to Luffy, and Nami was dropping with that dial, right? That was the same doctor that allowed the Marines to pretty much travel on the calm belt, because the lower part of the ship is made out of that same material that keeps the devil fruit users at bay, right? The same material as the sea, which like prohibits, or not prohibits, which makes it difficult for the Sea Kings to sense that somebody's traveling above them, considering they see it as a pot of the water. So that's kind of cool. So that's the same scientist that's working on Kuma, the Shichibukai that whooped our ass, bro. That's crazy. Where do we go from here? That's what I want to know, because One Piece is peak right now. That being said, if you enjoy my reactions, feel free to share, subscribe, like, leave a comment, join the Patreon, support your boy, Discord, all that. Let's go, man.
新たな仲間、音楽家、鼻歌のブルック。
A new nakama. I guess in this episode they're gonna make it official. Let's do it again. I love it.
かつて仲間たちと共に命いっぱいに歌ったこの歌、ルンバー海賊団最後の大合唱。私は新たな決意を胸にこのトーンダイヤルを封印します。
He got himself new nakama, new reason to go on. That's dope. Insane. That is pretty insane.
辛くない日などなかった。希望なんか正直見えもしなかった。でもね、ルフィさん。
He got his hope back.
私生きててよかった。
That's cute, man.
生きててよかった。
Oh, look at Zoro. My boy Zoro is stoic even while half dead, bro. I love it. I love it. But yeah, man, this is a dope statement, because my man's been lost for this entire time and he lost all hope, right? The only thing like keeping him going on is Laboon, the promise that he made to the crew, and his Elfruit, right, and that song. But now he's gonna stop focusing on that song and on the past. He's gonna stop living in the past, and he's finally gonna start living back in the present with Luffy and the new nakama, man. And that's why he's so like, that's why he's crying about, yo, I'm so glad, right, that I'm alive, because it just dawned on him, I still have a life to live. That is that's deep when you think about it. And also when we rescued Robin, she also said, I want to live. So it's like a reoccurring theme. And I love that about this crew, man. Let's go.
そらそうだ。
今日という日がやってきたから。
He has nakama again.
になるわね。 なんでこういうの集まるの？
うちってなんだか知らないけど景気いいわね、ナミゾ。
まあね、ありがとう。
なんだか知らねえけどやった
私引き返しはしませんよ。私たちはずっと前を向いて旅をしてきた。その道こそがお前に到達する道だったから。
They need to do the full circle around the world to meet him again. Just a little longer, but it's gonna be another 50 years. I'm sorry. Yo, my man just explained why he's not going back. Because, right, like, if they keep moving forward, eventually they're gonna come back to where they started. Because the world is round. Flat Earth theorists don't come after me. But regardless, yeah, that's gonna take a while. But I guess his way of thinking is he already waited a while. Like a few more years ain't gonna bite him in the ass, right? It's a whale. Does it even have an ass? Regardless, a whole lot happened. We got a new nakama. He has a reason to live again, and I'm all here for it, man. Let's continue. Yeah, there's no way the sea hasn't washed off that mark yet. They're tripping. I guess he can feel the energy. They're connected. Oh, he has a bounty.
手配書賞金首なのかお前。
申し遅れました。私死んで骨だけなおブルックと申します。札付きでございます。通称花歌のブルック。懸賞金3300万ベリー。
Not bad.
とある王国の護衛船団の団長を務め、その後ルンバー海賊団船長代理音楽家兼剣士。
2 days later. Oh yeah, we were supposed to go to Fishman Island, I think. Something like that, they said. And then we were interrupted by Thriller Bark. So we're gonna continue to Fishman Island now? Or where do we go?
Yo! 素晴らしい。
What?
ありがとうございます。フランキーさん、ウソップさん。いいのよ、いいのよ。
このスリラーバークはくしくも我々の故郷ウエストブルーからやってきた島。
So he buried all his friends.
ふるさとの土ならば少しはゆっくり眠れるでしょうか。
ブルック、俺たち先に行ってるぞ。
はい。
He's a good addition to the team. And his bounty was 33 million, so he's no pushover. Plus, he's the undead now. The crew really... Oh, is that Zoro?
Huh?
He's back! The legend himself! And Brook knows what he did. Okay.
ああ、びっくりした。あなたもうよろしいんで。
ああ、ちょっと寝すぎた。
それは
死んだ刀だ。湯箸、ついでに供養させてくれ。一味は手焼くぞ。
Facts. And Zoro proved that.
そのようで死ぬ気で頑張ります。あ、私もう死んでますけど。
Yo, and you gotta love the connection between these two, because you gotta remember Zoro's the one that got his shadow back, right? And Brook not only saw that epic battle, Zoro actually getting the limit out of that samurai, and, you know, Brook in that battle saw that that samurai was always going easy on Brook. Brook would have never gotten his shadow back if it wasn't for Zoro. Then he witnessed that, and not only that, he also witnessed what Zoro did with nothing happened. He was about to mention it, then he remembered, I better not mention it. Yo, that was good. That was good. And a memorial for the sword as well. Respect, man. He respects his tools of trade.
次巨人島なんだ。俺楽しみなんだ。
Fishman Island.
面白いやついるんだろうな。
美しい人魚たちと俺は戯れるんだ。最高だぜ、巨人島。
ローラ、あんたたち新世界へ行ってたの？
言ってたんじゃなくて新世界の生まれなのよ。私のママが海賊やっててね。あ、そうだわ。
My
こ
mom's a
れママの
pirate.
ビブルカードよ。あげるわ。
紙？
What?
おお、よかったなおい。 ローラ船長のママはすっげえ海賊なんだぜ。大事に持ってろよ。きっと。
Yo, didn't... What the heck? Yo, didn't a piece of paper like that... Didn't Ace give a same piece of paper to Luffy? To, like, his whereabouts or some shit like that? Like, and now... What? So she was born in a new world and her mom's a great pirate as well. And she gave a VIVRE card, whatever that is. I'm pretty sure Luffy got one from Ace.
後で役に立つぞ。
何？
Yeah.
ビブルカードって。
え、知らないの？
ローラ船長。
動いた。
離れたカード同士は世界中のどこにいても引き合うから、私はいつでもママのいる方角がわかるってわけよ。距離まではわからないけどね。不思議だな。これをたどってママに会うといいわ。
Why would they...
その時は私も元気でやってたって伝えてね。
Why would they find your mama? Like, what the hell? Like, isn't it better for them to get your VIVRE card so they can find you? Because you're friends. They're not friends with your mama, but I guess she's like, my mom's an even greater pirate than me, so use that card to like, get into her good graces, I guess. Right, but yeah, okay, that's hilarious. But I'm pretty sure Ace gave such a card to Luffy, man.
ありがとう、ローラ。俺、それ1枚持ってるかもな。
Exactly!
今、私もそう思った。前にあんたがエースにもらった白い紙。
Yo, I
同じじゃ
am
ない？
spot on. You guys can't tell me I'm not paying
その紙
attention.
切れが俺とお前をまた引き合わせる。
I remember. Oh, I'm sorry, bro. I think I know where this is going. Because they're just connecting this shit to Ace. And I think Nami knows that... oh, no. Did Kuma tell her that Ace was apprehended? I don't think so. He just mentioned that Ace and Luffy were related. But he told Moria that Ace is in prison. So, considering that this card leads to the one that gave it to you, that's a way for Luffy to get to Ace. And if Luffy finds out that Ace is in prison, he literally has a map to go rescue him. I know where this is going, bro. I'm telling you, everybody, Dragon, Luffy, Whitebeard, everybody's gonna go and bust Ace out of that prison, man. I'm sorry, you can't hold Ace. Like I said, as soon as I heard that he was alive, I was not afraid anymore. I was like, hey, at least he's alive, right? We can get him from a prison.
そういう意味だったのか。これだ。
What the?
ちょっと焦げて小さくなってる。
What does that mean?
それ見せて。
Oh, that means he's dying?
人の命、もう消えかけてるわよ。
Oh my god! I thought he was only in prison. How the hell? Is he like really hurt from Blackbeard? That is crazy.
皆さん、全滅にお気をつけて。よぼぼぼ。いいでもねえこと言うなお前。
ローラ、ビブルカードありがとう。私たちは明日執行よ。
So now this busted.
何が起こるか誰も知らない謎だらけの海、フロリアントライアングル。毎年100隻を超える船が霧の中で消息を絶つ。白い霧は折よく今日も立ち込めて、海の海気の顔色を白いベールで包み隠す。
What is that? Are those sea kings? What the hell was that? No, we're not just gonna shrug that off, bro. Nah, they made it seem like some giants, just like when in Skypiea. Do you remember when we went through that stormish weather and we saw some gigantic giants, and it turned out to be like sky people? Under the sun, their shadows looked like giants. Nah, those weren't giants. I'm not falling for that shit. It was either giant sea kings or something regular. Maybe somebody from Skypiea again. That was crazy. What the hell was that? Also, Luffy just found out that Ace's life is depleting, life force, and he doesn't care. I guess he thinks he has his own crew that can worry about him. He's on his own journey, but I was expecting Luffy to drop everything and go straight for Ace, but I guess that's not happening. And I guess we're continuing with the Fishman Island. Okay.
ルフィ、あ、本当にいいの？
エースの髪か。
Yeah, dress it.
いいんだ。気にすんな。
What?
ルフィさん、私構いませんよ。寄り道しても。
クジラ。
いや、いいんだ本当に。
Why?
本当にピンチでもいちいち俺に心配されたくねえだろうし、エ
Damn.
ースは弱えとこ見せんの大っ嫌いだしな。言ったって俺がどやされるだけさ。俺たちは出会えば敵の海賊、エースにはエースの冒険があるんだ。
Jesus, I was not
そ
expecting
のビブ
that.
ルカードってのは本人が弱ると縮むだけでまた元気になったら元の大きさに戻るそうだな。
Oh, they're flying? Yeah, they're not wasting any time. She doesn't know about it. It is strange. A ship that can fly.
Well,
I think, yeah, we have a yap session from editor. But, damn. So, Luffy's attitude is, listen, he's gonna worry about himself. He has his own journey. He would get pissed if I go to rescue him. We're on our own journey. Besides, that paper can replenish itself if he gets better. So if somebody busts him out of prison and he's okay, Luffy's gonna know because the paper's gonna grow back. Very interesting, very interesting. But that other paper that they got about that mom of that chick, yeah, she's gonna be somebody important. Because why would, like, right? What's with the VIVRE card, man? I guess Nami became good friends with that girl, but still. I mean, yeah, they're born. They were born in the new world, and we're going to the new world. So, I mean, I guess we need some friends, right? And that's a good way to meet. Hey, I guess. But what were those giants, bro? What the hell was that, right? In the clouds, in the Florian Triangle. It doesn't matter. We're going to the Fishman Island. We got a new nakama. A lot happened. I really enjoyed this episode, bro. I really enjoyed this episode. Let's hear what my editor has to say, though.
that is that. This concludes the Thriller Bark arc, and it definitely has been one heck of a ride. There's a lot of information we also got in the last 4 episodes. Now, of course, we had Brook's very sad backstory. He still has that tone dial with his old crew singing, and of course, Brook is now part of our crew. And I didn't blur the title because, come on, we all know that Brook was gonna join, right? We finally got the musician that Luffy has always wanted since the very start, way back in East Blue. Zoro buried his old dead katana, Yubashiri. It was actually the katana that got disintegrated into dust in NES lobby, if you remember, by that one marine with that devil fruit. We never even see that guy in the main story again. His devil fruit is interesting, and it was just wasted on a random guy we never see again. But
that's true, but it's very interesting that Zoro didn't throw away his dead katana. He was carrying it all this time until he got a worthy replacement, and then he even gave it a burial. It really shows the respect that Zoro holds for his craft and swords, and right, so I really love it.
Anyhow, his old katana Yubashiri is actually the katana that he got in Logtown for free from the owner of the shop. The katana was a family heirloom, and it was the best sword in the shop of Logtown, right? It wasn't the cursed sword, by the way. He still has that cursed sword. He still has that one. After he tested the cursed sword, which is Sandai Kitetsu, the shopkeeper actually gave him the family heirloom sword, Yubashiri. So Zoro got Ryuma's sword, Shusui, the Logtown cursed sword, Sandai Kitetsu, and the sword from his childhood friend, Kuina, the Wado Ichimonji. Speaking of swords, while Brook is a musician, he's also a sword fighter, so it seems like he and Zoro will get along pretty well. Sword fighting is obviously Brook's secondary thing, though. It's his fighting style, but it's not his role, like with Zoro. Brook will also get along pretty great with Sanji for an entirely different reason. Fishman Island has to watch out for those two, for sure. Well, at least Sanji has someone who can relate to his perverted side now. During the whole mermaid explanation thing, by the way, there was also a name drop. Pirate Empress Hancock. This woman is known as a very famous and beautiful pirate in the world of One Piece, and Pirate Empress also sounds like an important role, which is pretty interesting. But we've got some concerning news. So
I didn't even catch that. Is that when they were perving the fuck out? I didn't even catch it. They mentioned somebody. Okay.
Back right, it has been confirmed that Ace is locked up in the great underwater prison, Impel Down, the same prison Crocodile is in right now. And we finally know the purpose of the paper that Ace gave to Luffy way back then, and it's called a VIVRE card, which is like a compass for where specific people are, and the card also lets you know the life force of that person. Luffy.
That's cool, bro. I would like to have such a card for each of my family members. I would like to keep it close and knowing every moment that they're okay and where they are. Like, I always want to have directions straight to them so they can never get lost. So that's a cool design.
Got Ace's card, and it's in half, which means that Ace is in really bad shape, either because he's still massively damaged from his fight with Blackbeard, or maybe he's even being tortured in the prison, or I don't know, maybe Crocodile is his inmate and he's just using him as a punching bag for his own entertainment. But jokes aside, this is...
I would think Ace is stronger than Crocodile, though. What do you think? I think Ace would whoop his ass. I mean, they're both Logias. Nah, I don't think they would bump heads. Honestly, I don't. I might be wrong though. I don't know, man. But yeah, he might be tortured too. You never know. Because he's from the Whitebeard crew, and
it's really bad. Ace is locked up in prison and he's hurting. Well, I mean, at least he's alive, but like Luffy finding out about this would definitely make him mad. And what about Whitebeard? How will he react? Because he was actually really mad at Blackbeard for killing a nakama, so there's no way that Whitebeard will just shut up and let Blackbeard go. But here's the thing too, though. Blackbeard is now a Shichibukai, so he's actually working for the government, which grants him protection from the world government. So if Whitebeard messes with Blackbeard, he messes with all the Shichibukai and possibly even the whole government. So yeah, Blackbeard is a smart person for that. You gotta give him that. Nami was rightfully concerned and asked Luffy if he was really comfortable with just ignoring the situation by asking if it was okay to just keep going as if nothing is wrong. And
that's actually a sweet moment from Nami, man. It really shows how mature she is emotionally. She like alone came to him and politely asked like, is this really okay? Because he wasn't mentioned yet. I kind of love these sort of moments. Nami and Luffy, and then we also got Brook and Zoro with the sword and everything. When Brook was about to mention, nothing happened, and then he stopped himself. Those are the moments that really make this show perfect, man. This show has everything.
Luffy here is saying that she doesn't need to worry because Ace wouldn't want him to worry, but I feel like he's only saying that because he doesn't know that he's in prison, so he's most likely just assuming that he just got hurt from a battle he barely won.
Yeah.
But no, Luffy is ignorant to the situation, at least for now.
Yeah,
I mean, it's hard to imagine
yeah.
that they won't receive newspapers that'll give him the information soon about Ace. By the way, speaking of newspapers, Crocus was reading it, the old man watching over Laboon, and on the back, that one chapter cover that I actually talked about a few episodes back actually got featured on the back of the newspaper with Iceberg trying to recruit a new secretary. If you remember. So yeah, that was actually pretty subtle. Nice way to feature that in the anime. Crocus is getting the information about Ace, but not the Straw Hat crew, so the crew is incredibly unlucky to not have received the information already. Even Absalom and Hawkback know about it. About Lola as well, she's actually from the New World, which is pretty interesting, and she keeps talking about her mother, her mama, as if it's actually an important character, an important figure, even telling Nami to tell her mother about her, right? Which means that she'll meet her in the New World. So yeah, there's a lot of stuff to look forward to, and there's a lot of stuff to speculate about, so that's interesting. This episode animates chapter 489, so here's the cover of it. It is a double-page color spread, and of course, we see that now finally Brook is added to the cover artwork of the crew. We see Usopp and Frankie building a treehouse together on a tree coiling into a sea of clouds. The rest of the crew are just relaxing on a tree with the exception of Luffy, Chopper, and Brook, who are noticing all the goldfish floating around the clouds, and they also step into the air to see if they can float as well. And I really love how Robin is just laying on the cloud reading. That's just the life right there. This week, One Piece is featured on the cover of the magazine, and this is for promoting the 9th One Piece movie, which is a remake of the Drum Island arc, just like how the 8th movie is a remake of the Arabasta arc, so that's nice. Oda also drew this artwork for the CD cover of this movie's theme song, with the crew all being happy, along with the 2 people who actually made this song for this movie, so that is pretty sweet of Oda to do that. Around this time too, there's also this Luffy artwork that was released. This was included in the Valentine's Day magazine issue. I can't tell if this Luffy artwork is original or not, or if it was taken from like the main manga. I know the Nami art is from a Bounty poster, so I'm not entirely sure if this Luffy art is original or not, so I figured I'd just include it in case. And also, I can finally show Volume 50's cover. Here it is. This is really cool. It actually focuses on these 4. Zoro looks really awesome and damaged. It's clearly from his fight with Kuma. Luffy is showing off that armband that he got because he thinks it's really cool, but he also has Ace's VIVRE card in his mouth, looking very badass. This minor spoiler with the VIVRE card is why I didn't show you this volume cover a few episodes back. Next, we see Brook on one knee. Obviously, this is from the scene where he pledged his loyalty to Luffy and the crew, placing his bounty on the ground, and officially becoming a nakama. I really love that scene, man. Brook is really loyal and honorable like Zoro, both to the crew and to Laboon's promise. And on the top, we see Nami laying on her side with all the treasure that she stole from Moria in the back, wearing the outfit that she had on during the party where Brook played Binks' sake. On the left, there's also a very cool close-up shot on her face. Most cool of all, though, is the One Piece logo on this volume cover, where we see the O is burning, clearly in reference to Ace himself, or I guess the VIVRE card burning up, which is obviously Ace's VIVRE card. So yeah, that is that. So that is it for this arc. The next 3 episodes are anime only, so we return to adapt the manga story in episode 385, and of course no manga chapter covers for the next 3 episodes because the show obviously doesn't adapt the manga until 4 episodes from now. The next 2 episodes is the crew just having fun, and the 3rd episode is centered around Brook. You'll really enjoy it. I really like the 3rd episode especially, so yeah, this is it for me. See ya.
See ya. Okay. A lot of cool info, like he was talking for like 3, 4, 5 minutes, but a lot of interesting info. And yeah, he did a little recap Definitely a lot of info in this episode. We got a lot of info. But yeah, that chick giving us a VIVRE card for her mom, bro. If she got her genetics from her mom, then it's gonna be an ugly woman. I don't know if it's gonna be an important woman, but it's gonna be an ugly woman. I'm kidding. Regardless, very interesting episode. Really enjoyed it. A lot of dope little moments, like Nami and Luffy like talking it over, and then Brook and Zoro, right? Zoro's just a stoic character. I love him for it. And some of you guys on Discord, I was talking to one guy. He doesn't like the fact that Zoro gets all the praise for nothing happened, but yet like Usopp almost died against Mr. 4, like literally got his skull broken and everything. Nobody talks about it. Everybody, including me, still call him a bitch, right? And that is an interesting way of thinking. It definitely isn't the same though, right? This is on a way larger scale. Zoro surviving Kuma, who's one of the strongest Ichibuka apparently. Well, maybe not the strongest, but definitely the most loyal, right? And he was Kuma the Tyrant, and yeah, he was definitely strong enough to kill Zoro, but Zoro stood his ground, and the way he did it, he's just so honorable. And then like this person like took it offense, like, hey, Usopp is the bravest of them all because he's always scared, and yet he still fought and defeated Mr. 4 and all that. Yes, but he's still a bitch 90% of the times. The way he acts, bruh, he's a bitch. Zoro's just different. He built different, so that's why people show him more respect than Usopp. I'm not taking anything away from Usopp. Yeah, he did what he did, but with his shenanigans and his attitude, you can't really put him in the same bracket as Zoro. I'm sorry, you just can't. So I think Zoro just deserves all the praise, man. After what he did in Thriller Bark, that was great. That was great. That was impressive. But that being said, this is already a very long reaction. I still need to edit and all that. Stay safe. Love you. Enjoy. And bye.